Welcome back, everyone. Connecting Dots 2 here, aka Silver Gold Man. And okay, this is kind of an odd video, but I just want to share this with you. As you know, I began my YouTube career in 2009, and it was essentially after being banned from several of these forums. That was a big thing back in the early days of the internet. People used to blog and join forums. So I joined forums. If you know my whole story, I'd seen these two UFOs who turned out to be their military industrial complex planes that they had up, whatever. Long story short, I thought they were UFOs at the time. It forced me to, or whatever, pushed me online to start doing research into the world that we live in and how it operates. There's a lot of things that didn't make sense to me. You may have heard me speak before how I've done a couple of years of electronics, and within that first year, when I learned how to rewire electrical engines, I turned to my teacher. I'm like, why are we doing all this hocus pocus bullshit with the copper wires to create an electromagnetic field when all I have to use are regular earth magnets, and I put them in a certain position and they create the exact same magnetic field? We can have free electricity everywhere around the world. We don't need this. And his jaw actually dropped, because if you recall that whole story, this is the same teacher who was telling us, back in the 80s when I was taking this course, I make $32.50 an hour, he was telling us, and we're all like, wow, just flabbergasted. That was big money back then. He says, but you know what, guys, I make more money part-time in my garage rewiring electrical engines for a couple hours here and there during the week. So you may want to pay attention to this next chapter. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, you'll learn all the information needed for you to start your own electrical motor rewiring in your own parents' garage or whatever. I was just a teen when I took this course. I was 15 years old. And so he was dumbfounded when I came up with the theory. Why are we doing all this nonsense with wrapping electrical wires? Why don't we just go with regular earth magnets? We can create a magnetic field, yada, yada, yada. He was blown away. And as I started researching the conspiracies in 2007, that's when I came across how it's all connected up to the Illuminati, right? All the way up to the Royals, which, by the way, is one of the things I talked about during the Brexit in this latest video here at Connecting Dots 2 just a couple of days ago, last week. Anyways, long story short, one of the things I'd encountered when I joined these forums in 2008, when I tried to come out 6 months before the 2008 stock market crash to warn everyone, was the censorship that was taking place. And I know it's kind of a long lead up here to what I'm getting into with this whole proud to be, and you're probably wondering what that's all about, but I'll get into that. I'm just trying to work up the story here so you can understand that I'm not somebody who just comes out onto the internet once in a while. It's part of my everyday scenario. At one point in my life, for roughly 2.5 years, I was spending a slow day would be 8 hours on the internet. The average day could be up to 14, 16 hours per day. Just to give you an idea how much time I've spent on the internet researching conspiracies and yada, yada. I'm not going to get into all the things that I've covered here, but I've been doing it for a long time. And one of the big outstanding things that keeps showing up time and time again is their censorship. And I've suffered this directly here, because I'm a very outspoken person. Even in forums when I used to blog, I wouldn't show my face. I wouldn't make videos speaking. I would just blog telling people, hey, get ready, this is what's going down. There's going to be a stock market crash in 6 months. It's the breakout of the New World Order, Illuminati. It's what Michael Jackson was trying to warn you all about. Okay, so jump right into it. Like I said, it's all about the censorship. It's about them controlling the message. If you've watched my past videos, even with the Brexit, it's one of the big things I keep reiterating is they must control the message, because they use it to control the sentiment, not only of traders, but of people in general. Even here in Canada this summer, the latest one is they're trying to fear Canadians of ISIS. Yeah, they've got apparently the RCMP went and followed up and let person who that person know, who lived at a certain address here in Canada, I believe it was Alberta, to let him know that he was on ISIS's list. Yeah, their hit list. And the guy, it's not even the same person living there anymore. It's from an old linked account that was hacked. Long story short, it's about them controlling the media and using that loudspeaker to control our sentiments of things. So as I was researching conspiracies in 2007, one of the big things I fell on was them promoting um, gay, being transgender. They want this. Don't ask me why. I think it's really because they're less fightful. It's not that strong, manly thing that you sometimes get with men. It's trying to soften up the society, I think. And I'm not here to try and figure out why. All I can share with you is what I found when I was doing the research on the Illuminati, on the New World Order, and what their agenda was. I've spoken before, if you've listened to my videos at Connecting Dots 2, I have spoken about how one of their things was setting up these fake outbreaks of, you got to beware, be careful. It's a swine flu, it's the bird flu, it's Zika, it's Ebola, it's blah, 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 you name it on. And that's why I've been making the videos here and calling out the frauds, as you can see on the right-hand side of my YouTube channel. Write down Paul Begley, Jeff Frentz, Greg Hunter, no matter if it's Fukushima, economics, Ebola with Alex Jones, you name it. I'll go head to head with any of these people on a live show, and I'll give them each 5 minutes of time with the microphone. None of these people want to debate. This is the big thing I've been saying. It's a debateless bunch of cowards on YouTube that are promoted by YouTube. I hope you're really getting this. This is one of the big messages I really try to drive home to people, to understand that YouTube is part of the fraud and the corruption. They are the New World Order. They are what the two ex-employees from Google had warned us back in 2003, I believe it was, or sorry, not 2003. What year was that? 1998. I can't recall the exact year, when they'd quit at Google and they were saying they were going to write a script for a movie, how Google was going to control the world by the year 2014. Then they came back out in the news roughly about 3-4 months later and to let us know that they're still writing the script, but it was how Google was going to control the world by the year 2013. Well, I'm sorry to say, as an avid uploader on YouTube who's been here since 2009, it all went down in 2012. Okay, they're ahead of schedule. And that's what I was saying in these 2012 forums back then, before I was banned. I was saying, forget about the doomsday, the fear mongering that all these people promote on all these various videos. The earth should have ended God knows how many times. Same with all you Christians out there. Do you know how many times this should have been over? You wouldn't believe it. In 2012, there were so many Christians all believing it was the end of the world. I was saying, forget the end of the world. It's the uprising of the New World Order. So their agendas was not only the vaccines, the fear mongering on that bullshit and trying to take your guns away, but it was also pushing transgender, gayism, whatever you want to call it. And here today on YouTube, voila, you can see it right there on the right hand, on top left hand corner of the screen, right next to YouTube. Proud to be. Yeah. Proud to be. Promoted by YouTube. Proud to be. So, proud to be is an epic failure. The video has only been going here for a little while, just fresh off the press, okay? You'll see I've already given them a thumbs down. You'll see I'll refresh it, and you'll be able to see how much this will have changed. The proud to be was winning in the beginning, and I mean the beginning. In the beginning, I was out here when there was only 6,000 people giving thumbs up. To give you an idea, that was what 20 minutes ago, roughly, or so, 25 minutes ago. It's changed. The other thing that's changed, going back to censorship, this is very important, folks. I hope you're really getting this, because this is the whole reason why I started this website. And I've said to you guys, I said I'm going to start having my live shows and my information saved on this website, because I'm tired of this censorship. You may recall what was taking place back then. I was being and then, by the way, this is the latest thing. My website is running slow. This is part of their agenda. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but that's how they operate also, is making other alternative websites run slow. So that was the big thing. I said, I'm coming out here because I'm sick and tired of the censorship on YouTube. And in this video, proud to be, it's the same thing. They've gone out and they've erased the top comments. You'll see the top comments here. I am proud to be normal, 241. That was 6 minutes ago. Well, it's longer now, but I'll refresh it. We'll see if that comment is still there, because the person that owns the video here, yeah, a lot of people have been questioning you. Anyways, long story short, we'll just see here, and I'll play that video here. There's two chromosomes, X and Y, not A, B, C, or D. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, and now I'll play the video so you can understand what's going on. They're trying to promote how there's another one. So yeah, as you can see, it's gone. The top comment is gone. The one we had here a moment ago, it's gone. And this is what's happening, because when I came out here earlier, there were an awful lot, and I shouldn't say an awful lot, there was roughly about 5 comments that had unbelievable, massive amounts of thumbs up. We're talking in the 600, 600 range, and those comments were erased, gone, deleted, because, and that's back in the day when there was only about 6,000 thumbs down. Look at now, they're up to 29,000. As I said, it's an epic failure. I'm going to watch us refresh it, and it'll just keep failing. And I'll play the message in here, but I just want to let you guys know, but this has to do why I left YouTube. It's exactly the same thing when YouTube started deleting my videos. You remember that? Not giving me any real reason why. Telling me the video was removed because it's misleading or insufficient metadata when I'm picking up a microphone and sharing my own personal opinions. Really? And then I showed July of 2015, I said, you know, that my stock market calls the crash, the stock market crash of even of January of 2016 was mentioned in July 10th when China had banned the insider selling for 6 months. I said, oh, guys, watch out. China just had their stock market crash, but with this ban, there's probably going to be another crash here in 6 months in January of 2016. Boom. That's exactly what happened. Again, video removed, misleading or insufficient data. I got really sick and tired of this shit. And I said, guys, I'm doing it here from now on. I'm tired of my videos being deleted. I'll even help you find the information so you can see here. I'm not full of poo-poo, but these people are. So I'm going to refresh it. You'll get to see here. What are they? 29,396. I know a lot of people have 969. Anyhow, I just want to let you know that this agenda that they're promoting is okay. So here's another one here. Proud to be straight. Time for a 4th deletion. Hey, there you go. That's what he's talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That they keep friggin' deleting the comments. There's so many thumbs up on these earlier comments. People would have just been shocked. Anyone who would have looked at the video and came down and would have saw the I think it was about 4 or 5 comments that weren't they weren't just one-liners like this. Okay, it was proud to be straight, and the guy would say blah 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 blah, and another person say something else, proud to be blah 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 blah, and then he said something else. Unbelievable amounts of thumbs up. And you know what? I'm sorry if you're gay, but here's the big problem. My biggest problem is that you guys are pushing it in people's face. I think I should play this video because, I mean, that's another issue there. But I think one of my issues being a parent is the fact that the rainbow was used. Now, I know some of you are going to say that's stupid, but you have to have kids and you have to understand how kids feel about rainbows and stuff and unicorns and, you know, their toys and just the pot of gold rainbow, what the rainbow itself, how a lot of people envision rainbows and what they associate the rainbow with. And then all of a sudden, the gay movement takes over the rainbow, and all of a sudden you're looking at rainbows and you're not getting the same color anymore, if that makes any sense. So I've said before, if you know, guys, gays, whatever, can you not use something else besides the rainbow? And I know you're saying, well, no, it means that we're a mixture of unity of colors, whatever. You have to understand there is no unity, right? There's sexes and there is a difference. There is a difference there. So you can't mix them all together. We're separate. Even as you guys and girls claiming to be gay, well, that, you know, that's kind of like a section on its own, so to speak. Anyways, I'm not here to pick bones on what your sexuality is and preference and what you want to do in life. There's obviously some people that are born and they're not in the right bodies. Other people, I think it's more of a situation of the type of lifestyle we've turned into North America, where parents are divorcing at alarming rates, and the single parent factor is at an alarming rate. And you have the other part where you have this society in North America where a lot of women think they're princesses and their shit don't stink, and that has transpired into the courts, where the courts now shit on the fathers, and you don't get that proper father role taking place in a lot of relationships. So the mother hates on the father or talks about the father, and I know about this because I was unfortunately in both of my situations, both of my long-term relationships with both of my kids, parents, mothers, the relationship never worked. And under my first relationship, when I was brought to court for 4.5 years just to try and retain my rights as a father to see his son, my lawyer, the second lawyer I had hired, had warned me. He says, "You're in for a long run." He says, "I want to tell you, I've been doing this for a long time, and I can already like stereotype mothers when it comes to how they deal with parenting and in the future." And he says, "I'm going to recommend you go get yourself informed on a term called parental alienation." And if you don't know what that term is, I strongly recommend you go check it out, because, you know, I was just a young guy back in the day. I was 20 years old, 20 years old when this all went down. So I didn't know anything about the word parental alienation. And boy, oh boy, do I ever know a lot of it. So unfortunately, those type of circumstances have forced some people who probably would not have been gay just to not get that father role. Again, this is my own personal opinion, and I'm not going to even get into the subliminal messages that are pumped on the media, in cartoons. I'm not going to get into that. You know, I'm not prepared for that. This video was just to let you all know that this new proud to be moment on YouTube that came out on June 21st, 2016 is a failure. It's not working out. They're down to 31,136. Like I said, I can sit around here all day long reloading this, and I'm pretty sure there are 3 genders: male, female, and personality disorder. Well, like I said, I don't think all of them are disorders, but there's definitely only 2 genders. All right, so how about enough of this? Let's listen up to this video here, and I'll go check the comments. Not sure what kind of comments I'm going to get. This ought to be kind of interesting, but yeah. Okay, so let's listen up here.
People have been questioning about it,
but there's something that I want to clear up.
I identify as agender,
but also genderqueer,
omnisexual, polysexual.
I haven't really figured that out myself yet.
It's not about a preference.
It's much more complicated than that.
Gender can be confusing.
People look at me differently.
You're gorgeous, you slay, but
what are you really? What were you when you were born?
Are you bisexual?
Where do you stick it?
Do you got a dick or not?
You weren't born a woman.
Are you serious? Like,
It's not fair to anybody.
Those were some of my darkest days.
having them tell you that there's no space for you.
Would people love me? Like, would people accept me for who I am?
Because let me tell you,
at the end of the day, you gotta live your life for you.
And it's not something that anyone should have to be ashamed of.
I'm telling you who I am. I'm giving you who I am.
I'm gay.
I'm a lesbian.
I am actually pansexual.
I am transgender.
I am 33 weeks pregnant.
I am so proud.
I love myself.
We will love one another.
And now is a time where we need to say no to the hate, to the violence.
it's going to scare us back into the closet. We will be seen and we will be heard.
Go in front of the mirror, take a deep breath, and say, "This is who I am." Just say, stand up next to her and be like, "This is who I am."
Yeah, promoted by YouTube. Like I said, bullshit. Okay, so what was that one about that one guy is pregnant? Did you get that one? Just wait. There's that flag again. You got to go get another flag, guys and girls. Okay, where's that pregnant guy?
Deep breath and say, "This is who I am." You just say, stand up, let's go. This is who I am.
Okay, no. I passed it, I guess, eh?
I'm telling you who I am. I'm giving you who I am.
I'm gay.
I'm a lesbian.
I am active pansexual.
I am transgender.
Soy homosexual.
I am 33 weeks pregnant.
33 weeks pregnant? 33. Oh, boy. I'm not even going to get into conspiracies in the number 33, but what a coincidence, eh? Anyways, let's refresh it one more time. We got to hear they're coming together to celebrate their identity. 32,000. Oh, fifth times. Look, like I said, they keep deleting the comments. Fifth time's a charm. That's the same one. Like I said, they're caught this time live. Caught live censoring. 4 minutes ago, this guy just put that comment up. Look, and there's already 185 thumbs up. Like I said, they can stop deleting our comments, YouTube. If people keep liking our comments, shedding truth about mentally ill people, then we must be saying something correct. Yeah, well, they don't want you to, they want them to unite and celebrate that bullshit, but they sure as hell, YouTube won't celebrate the rest of us how we feel about it. And I'm not calling out for violence towards gay people. I've said how I feel about it. I don't think it's something that your sexuality or whatever should be promoted on fucking YouTube. And it's not like people are going around hating on gays all the time. And I'm not sure it's because of this whole ISIS bullshit that they're trying to pump this bullshit up, as well as the Chicago shooting. Not sure. I'm not sure really what the agenda is here, but I do know that there has been a gayish agenda that's been pumped by the media, and there's no doubt about that these people are a very small minority in society. They are not the majority. I always say that the gay people, the ones that don't like us straight guys and whatnot, I'm like, you know what? If there were no straight guys anymore, guess what's going to happen to the transgender group? You guys are going to die off, because it takes a mommy and a daddy. It takes two to tango here. Anyways, just want to share with you, that's what's taking place out here on YouTube today. Quite interesting phenomenon. I'm going to refresh this page because my this live show is supposed to be showing up on the YouTube channel. And I'm going to go to your comments right now. No, it's not showing up. So that's the type of censorship I'm speaking about also on YouTube. Okay. If somebody's wondering what's going on, that's what I'm speaking of. It's supposed to be up here showing right now. And you can even go to, I'll go right live to the show so you can see yourself. I had it set up like that. In edit. Allow comments. Oh, it was right here. That's right. Promote featured when live. Promote on my channel when the event is live. It's supposed to be playing right now, but it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna go to comments and see what kind of stuff we got out here. Only 2 thumbs down. What's going on here? We should have a lot more.